There's no place I'd rather be.
Hey guys, welcome back to Talking Chelsea Blues. Welcome back to another video. Hope you're all doing well today. We're your hosts, Ben and Mark. Thank you so much for joining us. Before we get into this video, please make sure you like, comment, subscribe, you turn on the notification bell icon on to notify when we upload. Share the channel out as much as possible, guys. Really does help us out. Go and follow us on our socials at Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram. Links will be in the description. This is your match preview for Wolves versus Chelsea. Frank Lampard's first game back in charge. Oh boy, can I not wait. Dad, are you excited for this?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this. We beat Wolves last time, so, hopefully we can do it again, and especially, under Frank Lampard making his return to Chelsea. I really hope that, with a success for the rest of the season for Frank, and, let's, start tomorrow, hit the ground running, and get some goals in and, show the rest of the league who we are.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of, before we get into this preview, I just want to, ask you a question in terms of what are our hopes for the rest of the season? Where do you think we could end up? What do you think this table could look like at the end of the season for us? Do you think there's still a possibility of top four? Or do you think we're going to get around, 6th, 7th, maybe 5th? What do you think?
I think to get top fourth, we would have to win almost every game. I think we would have to, like I say, win every game. And so many clubs, at the top there, you've got Arsenal, Man City, Newcastle, and they would have to lose a few games as well for us to get back to top. I don't think it's possible. Anything is possible.
What do you see happening then? Where do you see us finishing at the end of the season?
Hopefully, I would say, between sort of 6th, 7th place.
Yeah, okay, so in my opinion, based on the factors that we have now, we have Frank Lampard back in charge. I'm not saying top four. I don't think that's possible. I think maybe 6th. I think we're going to finish 6th, and I think we're going to finish solidly this season. I think we're going to have a good run of games now. We will pick up points, and Lampard will get this team lifted up. But in terms of this game, I think this squad is going to have a real lift. I think it's going to be an opportunity now for Frank Lampard to get under these guys' skin a bit and say, come on now, pick yourselves up. Don't remember, Potter's not in charge no more. I'm in charge, and this is how I want us to play. This is what I want us to do, and this is where we're going to look at pure vibes. These players are going to be playing on, they're going to be playing on adrenaline because Frank Lampard is in charge now. I think it's going to be a case of we're not playing for tactics. We're playing under pure emotion. Dad, would you say that is the case from your perspective?
Yeah, I think, Lampard brings a wealth of experience to the club. I think, he brings himself, the legend. And, I hope that it inspires the players to, get the most out of their training, the most out of their matches. And, sort of heighten their, potential on the pitch. Yeah, raise morale within the team. I think it's really advantageous, just by who Frank is, what he's achieved, and if they take sort of a leaf out of his book, then we can raise the standards and we can go on, for the rest of this season and win, our games. But in terms of where we will be at the end of the season, I will go with 6, maybe like you, or 7th place. But top 4,
no,
I don't think it's possible. But there again, anything is.
So in terms of this game tomorrow against Wolves, Julian Lopetegui is the Wolves manager, and he's got this Wolves team playing not great football, but they're doing okay. They're doing okay. They're still in relegation battles, which is, it's going to be a good game tomorrow. I think Wolves are fighting to stay in the Premier League and fight for their place. But Lampard coming into the club gives us an opportunity now to go and get a win under our belt, get some confidence, and get ready for the Real Madrid game and next week. In terms of this game, it's good. The Wolves have got some good players. Daniel Podence, Ruben Neves, Jose Sa. They've got Max Kilman, Raul Jimenez, João Moutinho. They've got some great players. So in terms of that, do you think it's a case now of what can we do to be the best versions of ourselves? And we've put a team together that we think is more than capable, and we'll see that in a second, guys. But Dad, with the dangers of Wolves, do you think that there is a possibility that we could be overrun tomorrow, or do you think that they're going to go out and put on a show tomorrow, the boys in blue?
Well, I think, it's down to the players' mentality and, how they go out there tomorrow feeling. Do they feel inspired now? Do they feel, the same as they've been, through the season? And I think, if they don't sort of hit the ground running and, play with all their potential, their might, then they could be caught up by Wolves. They're caught up by Aston Villa. Yeah,
I agree.
Everton. So many teams have caught us out. Yeah, and we've conceded in quite early minutes of games as well, which shows that our defence is so sloppy. Yeah.
Yeah.
But the rest of the team is sloppy as well.
Yeah.
So I say tomorrow we have to go out there, show them who we are, be inspired by who is training you now. Yeah. Raise the standards, for the club.
Yeah.
Yeah. The manager, the owner, most of all, as I can reiterate, enough is the fans.
Show us.
Stop
show us.
Them.
Show us you've changed. Show us. This is a message to the players from me personally. Okay, you're being trained by one of the greatest players we've ever had at this football club. Go and show that you're worth this football club. You're worth something to this football club. Go and show us what you want to do, what you want to achieve at this club, because that is what's gonna break you from the shit and the clay. We want to see you be the clay, not the shit. So go out there tomorrow, boys, and show us what you can do.
I'll say one more thing. If by the end of this season, they still, losing, drawing, they're not playing well, then I think it's time to start cleaning closets.
Yeah.
It has to be.
It has to be done. It has to be done.
Irrespective of how much money you paid for these guys. Yeah.
They're gone. They got to go.
You have to.
We're doing another video at some point based on who should stay and who should go anyway. But in terms of the lineup, what do we do? How do we win tomorrow? Well, we've put a team together that we think is more than capable of beating Wolves tomorrow. So let's get into it now, and we'll give you our individual thoughts. So, in terms of the lineup, in goal, this is a bit of a shock for you guys. In goal, Edouard Mendy. I think Lampard is going to go back to what he knows. And I think Lampard is going to put that in, put it into perspective for us tomorrow. This is how we're going to line up. Dad, talk to me about Mendy. Do you think Kepa deserves another game? Or do you think Mendy deserves another chance?
Oh God, catch-22 this one. Well, Mendy's been out for so long now. I think I can't remember the last game Mendy played. It was back
West Ham.
West Ham was it?
West Ham at home.
Yeah.
When Tuchel was in charge.
Yeah. So that would have been back last summer. It's. I don't know. That would fade off. I would still trust Kepa over Mendy, but
We'll see how it goes.
We'll
This
see.
is what this is what we think Lampard's going to do.
That's what
We'll
we
talk
think.
about
Yeah.
what we think, what we would like. I
Yeah.
think Kepa should be in goal, but
We're
I
only
think
going on our opinions,
yeah.
nothing else.
But
yeah?
Lampard is going to go with
This
Mendy
is
tomorrow.
hypothetical.
Lampard is going to go with Mendy tomorrow. I have no doubt in my mind that that's going to happen. Moving into the back four, we're not going with a back three. Lampard is going to go with a back four. That is quite clear. So right back, Reece James. Centre back, Wesley Fofana. Left centre back, Badiashile. And left back, Ben Chilwell. Dad, these four. Very young players, very good potential, very high ceilings. Do you think Lampard can get the best out of this back four tomorrow with Wesley Fofana and Badiashile as the back two? And then Reece James and Ben Chilwell as the wing backs? Do you think there's some potential there that... Yes, it's a young back four, but it's got great potential to go really high up.
Yeah. You know, I would go with that. Yes. Yeah, most definitely.
So talk to me about each individual player. Starting with Reece James.
Well, with Reece James, you know, Reece is sort of working his way back slowly to where he was. You know, after his injuries, he's playing reasonably well. So, you know, he's picking up the pace now. You know, his sort of like fitness is coming back into play. Same with Ben Chilwell. Even though Ben Chilwell's been back a bit longer than Reece. Then the two back, Badiashile and Fofana. I think, you know, they're both exceptionally good players. Yeah, you know, and give them an opportunity there at the back to, you know, prove that they are the real McCoy for us to use.
Yeah,
you know?
I think this is the future of what Chelsea want to do. I think this is the future back four, and I want to see it tomorrow purely as a test to see how good they all play together. So for me, the Reece James, quality player, has the potential to be our captain in the future. Sorry guys, my phone is going nuts. Badiashile, quality player. Fofana as well, very good player. Has the potential to be one of the best defenders in the world, if not the best. Ben Chilwell for me, best left back in the Premier League at the moment, in my opinion. So Dad, you're happy with that back four, yeah? Yeah. So then moving into the midfield three, at the base, the number 6, we have Enzo Fernandez. On the right hand side of the midfield, we have N'Golo Kante as an 8, and on the left hand side of the midfield as an 8, we have Mason Mount. Enzo Fernandez for me is going to be instrumental for Frank Lampard. But Dad, talk to me about Enzo Fernandez, N'Golo Kante and Mason Mount.
Well, Enzo Fernandez, you know, great midfielder. He hasn't been in our team for long, but you know, he's shown some great potential. So you know, we can only go on, you know, what we've seen from him in that limited time. You know, hopefully for the rest of the season, we will see, you know, him shine. So I'm just going now on a game-to-game basis and see how it pans out for the rest of the season. N'Golo Kante, come to him. He's been out for a very long time. I think it's going to take a few games for him to find his niche again. Yeah, but you know, he's still a terrific player, very fast, very talented. You know, and he's a great asset to our team. And then we come to Mason Mount. Yeah, Mason Mount, obviously Frank Lampard is going to play, you know, I don't know what it is between Lampard and Mount.
They love him. They love each other.
You know,
I swear they have a love child together. Yeah. They have a if Frank Lampard and say someone like his missus had a love child, this Mason Mount is the love child.
I think he's like Frank's prodigy, you know.
He sees him as what he can do.
Yeah, it's a mirror image of maybe what Frank was when he was young, and I don't know, but you know,
we always seem to see the quality though. When Mason Mount plays under Frank, we always seem to see the quality.
Yeah, this is the thing, and you know, there's been blips in Mason Mount's play. I don't know what happened to him. You know, for the last season and a half, he hasn't been that great. But you know, there could be some miraculous comeback here, and you know, all will reveal itself. And he'll be back to normal. So
Yeah.
let's hope.
So then, so that's the midfield. In terms of, for me, Enzo Fernandez, quality player, quality, right through, passing range, exceptional. Kante looks just as good as he was before he got injured. He still looks the same player to me. Mount, we want to see something from you tomorrow, Mason. Prove to us that you are the player that we know you can be. Show us tomorrow. So that, you're happy with that midfield?
Yeah.
Okay, so then moving into the front three. On the right-hand side, Raheem Sterling. I think Frank Lampard is going to use Sterling to the best of his abilities, and I think on that right-hand side is perfect for him. I think Sterling can really show what he can do in a Chelsea shirt under Frank tomorrow, so let's see how he gets on. On the left-hand side, Mykhailo Mudryk. I think Lampard is going to use him. He wanted him at Everton. So he's going to use him, and I want to see how he's going to use him. And I think if we can use Mudryk as an out-and-out winger, I think that's perfect, because that's where his best position is. So, Dad, talk to me about Raheem Sterling and Mykhailo Mudryk.
All right. Let's start with Raheem Sterling. He hasn't been present for many games himself, has he? I know he came on in the last few minutes of the last game, but I think he's exceptionally good player. He's got a lot of form, fast pace. No doubt, he's a goal scorer, but like I say, he's fresh back, and if he is to play tomorrow, let's just see how he plays. There's nothing more I can say, but I know that Raheem Sterling, when he's up to par, he's a great player.
Talk to me about Mudryk as well then, Dad.
It's okay, Mudryk, he's been showing a lot of great potential, yeah. Very skillful, he's very dangerous, he knows where the goal is, and how
he hasn't scored for us yet.
But just coming to that, he hasn't scored for us yet, but still quite early days, but I would like to see something, especially in way of a goal, for these players that we've invested in, yeah, and through the rest of this season now, I would expect to see them, up the pace, yeah, and be able to get that ball in the net, score us some goals. Let's move up the table, show the rest of the league who we are.
Yep. So those two wingers you're happy with, yeah?
Yeah.
And up top, there's a little surprise in there. I didn't know what to do at this point, and I did discuss this with you earlier. I wasn't sure. But we came to the decision. Aubameyang hasn't played. Aubameyang hasn't played for ages. Lampard likes a striker. Doesn't want a false nine. And I don't want to see Havertz up there tomorrow after that performance against Liverpool. So, put Aubameyang up top. Let's see what he can do. For me, Aubameyang he's apples and pears. Not one is better than the other. But for me, Aubameyang could be the answer for the rest of the season. Dad, what do you think about Aubameyang?
Like you say, 50-50. I think, he's had his best days and they were at Arsenal. But I don't know. I think, he's still a great player. He's still got that experience, and I know he can score goals. But I don't know. I think Aubameyang wasn't an exceptionally good buy, as a striker. A bit old. What's he got? 2 years at the most in the club. But we go along with what we got for now. We play them, and like I said, let's just sort of overlook this club and find out, who is not up to the mark, who does not cut the mustard. And like I say, we've got to start cleaning the closet.
Yeah, exactly. So guys, this is our team. Let us know your thoughts. We're going to go back to the main screen now and we'll give our final predictions and thoughts. Go. So guys, in terms of a prediction and some final thoughts from me, For me, Lampard is back, so I predict a win tomorrow. I do predict a win, and I predict a solid performance. And guys, sorry, we didn't do the bench. So Kepa's on the bench, Chalobah's on the bench, Koulibaly's on the bench, Kukureya's on the bench, Zakaria's on the bench, Kovacic is on the bench, Gallagher's on the bench, João Felix and Kai Havertz are also on the bench. But in terms of prediction from me, Frank Lampard is back, so I think it's going to be a good result tomorrow. I think we're going to win. I'm going to say a solid 2-0 performance. And I'm going to say Mykhailo Mudryk to get a goal and Mason Mount to get a goal. Dad, what do you think?
Well, with Frank being back on the scene, I think, if these players have been inspired and, they're adhering to their training drills, I'm going to go tomorrow 2-1 to Chelsea. But, don't underestimate...
Who do you think the goal scorers are going to be?
Oh, obviously, I think it's going to be way of Mudryk. I favour him to score a goal. And I would say, if... I'm looking now, and I know I've got in my mind that Mudryk is going to score. And I would say... You're going to beat me for this. I think Mount will score tomorrow as well. I
said Mount and Mudryk to score as well. So guys, let us know your predictions in the comments section below. Let us know your thoughts on our lineup. Let us know if you make any changes. We'd love to hear your thoughts. And guys, before we end this video, please make sure you like, comment, subscribe, turn that notification bell icon on to notify when we upload. Share this channel out as much as possible, guys. It really does help us out. Thank you so much for joining us. And guys, make sure you follow us on our socials. Twitch, Twitter and Instagram. Links will be in the description. And we'll see you tomorrow for the watch along, which will be starting at 2:30 tomorrow afternoon. Take care, guys.